Oh, hey. Didn't see you there. Um, so how are you doing, Jamie? Or should I say James now because you're not a child anymore? Not to say that Jamie was a childish name or anything, but, well, we're getting older now. Gotcha! No, it's okay. Just because you're going to grad school doesn't mean you have to, grow up or anything, you know? Um, yeah, so I'm in the Turks and Caicos right now, which is an island in the Caribbean near Haiti and the Dominican Republic, because those two nations are on the same island. Um, yeah, so I'm sitting on the porch right now of the place we rented. Here's a quick look. And there's like this weird orb thing that's like right there. You see it? Hold on, let me zoom in. It's really weird. It's like this rotating ball like thing. I don't know. It's really cool. It's interesting. Um, but I thought of you because I was reading my newest novel, which would happen to be Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Doesn't that look amazing? Look at that. Oh my god. I think you would really like this. Or you might vomit in shame. No, not shame. That's not the word that I want. But anyway, you might vomit in any words. So yeah, I'm at a pretty exciting part. Elizabeth and all of her sisters are at their first ball where they meet Mr. Darcy, and how everyone exclaims that he's really rude and nobody wants to sit next to him. Anywho, but in this version, I'd like to read a passage aloud. But no sooner had she grabbed the handle of her weapon than a chorus of screams, hold on, let me get that again, filled the assembly hall, immediately joined by the shattering of window panes. Unmentionables poured in, their movements clumsy yet swift, their burial clothing in range of untidiness. Some wore gowns so tattered as to render them scandalous. Other wore suits so filthy that one would assume they were assembled from little more than dirt and dried blood. Their flesh was in varying degrees of putrefaction. The freshly stricken were slightly green and pliant, whereas the longer dead were gray and brittle. Their eyes and tongues long since turned to dust, and their lips pulled back into everlasting skeletal smiles. A few of the guests, who had the misfortune of being too near the windows, were seized and feasted on upon at once. When Elizabeth stood, she saw Mrs. Long struggle to free herself as two female dreadfuls bit into her head, cracking her skull like a walnut, and sending a shower of dark blood spouting as high as the chandeliers. As guests fled in every direction, Mr. Bennet's voice cut through the commotion. "Girls! Pentagram of death!" Well, I'll just leave it right there because I wouldn't want to spoil anything. But here's a little illustration. There's Elizabeth and Jane in the Pentagram of Death. As long as I guess you can see how it says, but they're surrounded by zombies. There's a little caption here. We can't read that though. But anywho, if that's not one of the pinnacles of modern literature, I don't know. Shoot me. Not shoot me. Haha. Figuratively. But yeah. So, I was just seeing how you were doing. And I know it's like 2 days since you moved to Boston. But, yeah, I'd like to know. Try not to freak out too much. I mean, it's a big move, but I have a feeling you'll survive. I mean, if Elizabeth can survive zombie attackers at the town ball, I think you should be able to survive that. Anywho, yeah, so just give me a ring. I'll be back Sunday. Yeah. I'll talk to you later.